Once again, John Pace. I'm the owner and an agent at the Pace of Richmond, and I am really excited to talk with Lizzy Pass, who is a stunning agent, an amazing agent on our team. Lizzy, want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, John.
Hi,
I'm
Lizzy.
Lizzy Pass. I'm a agent on the team. I've been on the team for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Not fired yet.
Not fired yet. Can you
know.
believe?
We're on a roll.
Oh my God, it's going great.
Yes. So the reason I wanted to have Lizzy here is she mentioned she's been on the team for 8 years, and you, the longest standing person on this team.
Yeah.
So thrilled to have you. And when Kim mentioned who the next person is, I said we have to have Lizzy on the podcast. We have to do it.
Well, of course.
Do you know why I want you in there? Not just the 8 years.
Because I am your golden child. Because
you're my red child.
Well, that helps. And because you have molded me into the real estate agent and investor that I am today. So I'm a great example of.
For better or for worse, we're going to peel that apart as we go through this conversation today.
Yeah. So yes, I'm here to tell everyone how to live the John Pace real estate way.
It's going to turn into that conversation. Okay, very good. All right, so tell us a little about yourself. Obviously, 8 years on the team, but tell us a little more about yourself.
Yes, so I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. I moved here 8 years ago, and yeah, I got a couple kids now. I got a dog, I got a husband. What else?
Couple properties?
Couple properties, just two. Well, three, I guess. Yeah, I am an investor. I've got my 2 rental properties. Looking to do more. Maybe, but it's kind of as my goals and my family grows, as the situation needs. Yeah.
So you said something that I totally forgot, that you moved here and then got into real estate.
Yeah.
You didn't know anybody here.
No, I didn't know anybody.
How in the heck did we get you off the ground without knowing anybody in Richmond?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. I basically just called everybody that you know, John, and I went out and met a bunch of people.
You did.
I started doing kickball. Kickball is how I met everyone in my life. And yeah, I like people a lot. So I just kind of went out and started meeting people and making them be my friend.
Which is one of the reasons I hired you.
Yes. That's why you hired me. Oh,
You
okay.
like people.
Yeah, I like people.
No, but in all seriousness, I was at the time hiring people who were more like me. So I'm more systems based. I like people, but I don't need a lot of people. And so I was like, I remember Benji Toll at the time was our team leader, and he's like, you talk to Lizzy. Let me show you what energy looks like. And you sat down with me, and I was like, okay, this could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because I had interviewed with a couple other realtors in the area, but yeah, they all I liked your system. I liked what you could plus to me because we were not the same people, so. We were kind of like a yin and yang that made a good team.
I would agree. Well, let's step back a little bit.
Yes.
Why real estate? Why did you get into that?
I had always wanted to be a realtor for some reason. I think honestly, literally because whenever I was having a bad day or whatever, I would just drive through really fancy neighborhoods and stare at people's houses and just look at them. So there was always the visual aspect of pretty houses.
Okay.
And then getting to talk to people, getting to yap, getting to connect with people, just as a job, giving to give back and, just help people at the very most basic sense. So people and houses.
2 favorite things.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you got into real estate, did it match what your expectation was?
No.
So tell me more about that.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody goes into real estate being oh, yeah, houses, just walking around houses. People just show up. You just sell people houses. No, it's a lot harder than that. And it's a lot more complex than that. There's a lot more business behind it if you're doing it right. So, yeah. Does that answer your question?
Close enough. I think we're good there. All right, so that leads my next one then. Okay, so the failure rate of real estate, after the first 2 years, almost 90% of people fail out of real estate.
That sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you make it? Especially in a town you didn't know anybody. So you're coming in brand new. You're brand new to real estate at the same time. And yet, I think by your second year, you were probably selling around 15 to 20 homes, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right. Yeah.
So how'd you get from 0 to the 18, 20 homes a year thing?
Let's see. I think I have a good personality for it just because I do like to I don't know strangers. Like, I'll just start talking to people. And I had you reining me in and actually putting purpose behind it. Because yeah, I was going out there talking to the people, making my friends, and we just happened to also talk about real estate. And then you were behind me saying, oh, hey, this is like your friend's goal is this, you should do this, or you should, this is how we can help them. So then it just kind of all like, we just kept leveling up from there. And now we've got this like awesome team that, I get to provide my friends with all this back end support, all these resources. So yeah, I think I've just been able to just keep learning and growing with you and with our team.
I love how you put that at the very end, with you.
With you,
part.
John Pace.
Yeah, just for added measure. Mm-hmm. You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Could you see yourself doing anything other than real estate?
No.
What if I force you, like we joked earlier, what if you were fired today and you no longer could be in real estate? What would Lizzy Pace do for a career? Any idea?
No. Dance. I would dance.
Well, you just got excited.
Well, I was just thinking about this the other day because I love another great way that I've gotten to meet people is from like I have a great community at my gym, and my trainer Alex Coleman is she has this awesome like program that you can do, and we used to do a lot of like Zumba dance. Mm-hmm. So I have this like kind of one day maybe I'll be a Zumba instructor. I don't know.
That could be fun.
I just had that thought the other day, and I'm like, oh, that sounds really fun. I could probably do that and be happy.
So Zumba instructor is where we go from here.
Yeah, maybe one day, but I don't know. Let's just do real estate.
Okay.
I prefer that.
We're sticking with that. All right. So when you got into real estate, like what were your goals? Like you mentioned that what you thought real estate was going to be like versus what it was when you got into it was slightly different. Mm-hmm. When you showed up, you said, my goal is to sell X number of homes, X dollars a year. What were your goals when you first showed up?
Well, that's another thing that I have grown with a lot because, like, I wasn't very I don't want to say I wasn't goal oriented, but like, I didn't have a system of looking at goals and of, going quantity, like I didn't have any numbers behind anything. So, wanted to make sure my family, I could have a family, I could go on vacations occasionally, like I could just live a comfortable life. And of course that's still what I want.
Right.
But your question was
there a number tied to that? Like how
Nah.
much dollars amount?
No.
So how did you know you were successful at the end of the year?
How did I know I was successful at the end of the year? Well, I had a roof over my head.
Okay.
That was good. I was still in a loving relationship. I hadn't driven my partner crazy or anything. So yeah, I had survived the year and I hadn't gone completely destitute.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which is why you and I get along really well, because I would say that's not a goal at all. It's
yeah.
It's
like a
basic
baseline.
standard of living,
Right.
which is great, but we wanted more than that for you.
Yeah.
So at what point do you think it clicked that there's more than just selling houses in real estate? And not saying that's a bad thing, but you realize, hey, real estate can actually do more for my family or more for me at the end of the day. What did that look like?
Well, probably when I first started making money, and I was, it's like, wow, I'm making more money right now than I thought I could.
So this is
ever.
more money than the basic standard of living for the roof over your head and a
'cause
successful
before this-
marriage.
Yes, yeah. Because before this, I was in nonprofit, which is so fun, and I made $12,000 a year.
Okay.
So that's just not. It's a different mindset. So yeah, when you start making real money, you're like, oh, I should do something with this money. I can do something with this money. And when I was able to buy my first home, that's when I was like, oh, I've got all this money that I don't even see in my bank account. It's over here sitting on a property. Mm-hmm. So it just kind of expanded my way of looking at money and what it can do.
So, okay, so you expanded into buying a house.
Yes.
What point did you shift from buying a house to wanting to own investment properties?
It kind of just seemed like a natural thing to do. It's what you did. Mm-hmm. It's what a lot of our successful friends have done. So I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to do that. Like, I'm surrounding myself with these smart people. You, John, you're one of those people.
Well, thank you, Lizzy.
Yeah, I was surrounding myself with these smart people that this is how they did it. So I was like, well, I can do that.
So you house hacked it, basically.
Yes.
So rather than putting 20% down for investment property, you bought it as your primary residence.
Oh, yeah.
And then you bought the next property and turned the first one into an investment, bought the third one, turned the second one into an investment.
Yep.
What were your down payments on all those? Like 5%?
I don't know, like nothing. Yeah, like
nothing?
3% first time,
Details
5%.
don't matter.
Yeah, I don't know, some money or something.
Yeah.
A good handshake. Yeah, 3% for the first one, 5% for the other two.
Got it.
Yeah.
For 3 properties. Now you have 3 properties.
Yes.
Do you even watch like how much the appreciation on those properties is annually?
Well, I know what it is because I'm a good realtor.
Okay.
But yeah, I look at those properties and I'm like, oh my goodness. I am going to hold on to them because that's what you do with real estate.
Yes.
But like, if I sold them, I could go to Mexico. I could have so much money. But yeah, no, I pay attention.
Good.
Yeah.
And the goal is to keep those, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then do what with the money?
Well, I've definitely got some colleges to pay for. I mean, if that's what the kids want to do, and some, I mean, I want to have big expenses in the future. I want to be able to drop large chunks of change on my family, on charitable organizations. I want to be able to drop big chunks of money. So on causes that are important to me. So yeah, I want to be able to use those homes and use the money I make from real estate to do that.
So what I'm hearing you say is one of my favorite Gary Coe quotes, which is money is good for the good it can do.
Oh yeah, I've learned a lot. I definitely, that comes into my mind. That statement comes into my mind a lot.
Good. I'd like to hear that. Let's pivot back to your business. So you sell, outside of the years you decide to have a baby, you probably average around 30 homes a year. Mm-hmm. You could go and be a solo agent and do your own thing.
I don't want to do that. Shush.
So tell me more.
Absolutely not.
So why not?
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that because that's a lot of work. I don't know. That sounds bad, but like
Maybe it's the work you don't want to be doing.
yeah, that's not. I don't know. You guys can do that for me. Like I know that that's not my strong suit. Is doing spreadsheets and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I can mess with a spreadsheet. Like I can spend a lot of time on a spreadsheet, but that's not the best use of my time.
No. Or your highest dollar per hour.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm like, if I can afford to hire this help, aka, work with the team and contribute to the team, then and that's the highest level of service that I can provide. Like, I'm not going to diminish the level of service my clients are getting just to save some money, I guess. Like, I know that our transaction coordinator is the best transaction coordinator. Our operations director is the best operations director. Like, why would I not want my clients to work with those people?
Got it. And so for people listening who don't understand the dynamics or the build of a real estate team, you could go out as a solo agent and go hire your own people.
Yeah.
And then have to train them, pay them, that kind of thing, whether you sell a house or not.
Yeah.
Or you have chosen just to plug into the team here and you pay as part of your split, if you will. You make a certain amount of money, a portion goes to you, a portion goes to the team, and you pay that when you sell a house, and that funds the business in the back end that supports you and your clients.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'd be doing that anyway. Like, if I went out on my own, I'd want to hire a transaction coordinator anyway.
Correct.
I'd want to hire, like, somebody to help me throw awesome parties anyway. So, I don't know how else to do real estate other than with these people, so I'm just going to hang on to them.
Got it. So it works well for you.
Yeah.
So where do you see your business going, Lizzy? What's the next 5 years look like for Lizzy & Co.?
Well, I feel like I've met such great people here in Richmond, and I feel like I've made such a great community that I want to make sure I'm always keeping. Like, these are the people that, like you said, I didn't know anybody here when I first moved here 8 years ago. So keeping those people, like, making sure they know how much I appreciate them. So keeping them in my orbit,
Right.
loving on them, keeping their homes happy. And then also just adding to that, just making more friends. And by, friends turn into clients as this job does. But yeah, keeping those friends, making more friends, keeping those people happy and wealthy.
I love how you say having more friends? Because anytime we hire anyone for the team, your number one goal is to have a new best friend on the team.
Yes. Yeah,
Which
that's the whole
cracks me
point
up.
of hiring. Like, there's more friends for Liz. Liz needs people to go get drinks with after open houses and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So basically what I'm hearing you say is more of the same, just doing it better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, more of the same because I like what we got going on. So, keeping that and also, plussing it, like improving every year.
Got it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being on the team?
My favorite part.
And you can't say me. I know you're dying to
I
say
mean, that
So
was
other than me.
The obvious, yeah.
Yes.
Other than just basking in your glow. I think it is the people. the people that I get to surround myself with every day. Because I'm not, as you may know, I don't do so good with just sitting in a room by myself and self-motivating. I can self-motivate, but I do a lot better if I'm a very collaborative person. So yeah, being very collaborative and surrounding myself with like awesome people, because I love people, but I especially love people that I can pick their brains and learn from. And so far we've got that on this team. So learning from my smarty friends.
Very nice. Very nice. One other question I want to pivot back to investment properties. Do you see yourself buying any more?
Yeah. I don't know that I need 50 doors or anything,
Right.
but I could definitely see myself owning that's the thing. I've got 2 investment properties now. I can see myself doing another one in the next 3 years. And I'm open to doing more. So yeah, I'd say I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for you, I mean, you mentioned before you put 3% on the first one and 5% on each of the next 2.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the investment in those properties is sweat equity I'm watching you do versus rather than saving money up and buying a house that's maybe done, you're buying the house that needs a little love and you can get at a better price. And then you put time into it, like painting and floors and kitchen and appliances and all these things I'm watching you do.
This one that I just bought, yeah, it needed some sweat equity for sure. The first one was a really cheap, it was like a flip, already done. And that was my very first house. So I wouldn't call myself handy by any means, but I can definitely do a little bit here. I can change out an outlet now. So that's pretty cool of me, I think. But yeah, no, I think a little bit of sweat equity, but not I'm not trying to knock down a ton of walls. And when I watch people do tile on subway tile backsplashes with their little tees and the mud, that seems too much. That I don't know if I want to do, even though I know it can be done, but I don't know if I want to do that.
It actually makes it accurate so everything's lined up correctly.
Yeah, see, well, this is why I have transaction coordinators and such, because
Yes.
those details just...
You have the vision?
Yeah.
Yes. So why do you think people choose Lizzy to work with them?
Well, I was the personality hire, of course, so it's the personality. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, work with Lizzy because I'm a very passionate person, I would say. Would you agree? So
Redhead.
yeah, so I'll get worked up about the things that I need to get worked up over.
Right.
And I'm not above driving to the HOA office and if we can't get a hold of that manager, go, where are you?
Yeah.
Let's figure this out, Karen. What's the HOA rule about this? So yeah, no, I'll get fired up when I need to, and I've also learned when to when we need to have perspective over things. I love reminding my clients about, your goal to buy this house was so that your kid loves their daycare at this daycare. I know daycare was such a huge thing for you to get your kid in the right daycare. So let's remember why we're buying this house in this area, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I love the emotional side of buying, and my empathy gets me fired up and is really helpful, I find, in helping people reach their goals.
I would agree.
Oh, thanks.
No, 100%. You love fighting for your clients, and you're really good at it.
I just love fighting.
Yes, you do love fighting. That's funny. You brought up the daycare thing. I remember when we were pushing you really hard to get daycare figured out for your kids because you were having to drag kids around for lead generation time or
Oh my
for
God.
appointments and all
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So it was so hard my first kid, it was so hard to let her go, like when I first had her, I was doing like kind of a hybrid, like nanny and work, which is really nice. And freeing up more time, leveraging my childcare
Yeah.
was very important for my business. Because my kids, Ada, my first child, actually very awesome, very chill, loved going on showings, but then I didn't realize like, oh, little things she was doing, like, it's distracting. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. So you put a lot of leverage into your life then at the end of the day. Between joining the team and also leveraging things around your family that needed to get done.
Yep.
So you can be really focused when you're at work, and when you're at home, you're at home.
Yeah. No, that work-life balance is not there yet.
There's no such thing as work-life balance. It's
Yeah.
balancing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, during, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., like, I can focus.
It's go time.
Yeah.
Good. What else did not ask you I should have asked you, Lizzy?
Our team is just so different from when I first joined. I'm trying to think of like.
There might be parts of this we want to go down and other parts we don't want to go down.
Right, yes.
Well, to that point, though, but the team is so different. I mean, you and I have both been growing at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so the quality of people that we have brought on, the quality of the service they provide, not only to the clients and to
You should ask me. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you go ahead.
You should ask me how I think you've grown over the past 8
I'm
years.
afraid to ask this question, Lizzy.
That's because it's a good question.
All right, Lizzy, how have I grown these past
You
few
have
years?
chilled out, John Pace.
Tell me more.
Yes. Oh my goodness. When I first joined the team, it was you and me. So you were like, all right, Lizzy, what are you doing with this person? Have you called this person yet? What did you say to this person? Like, I don't want to use the term micromanage, so I won't. But
Coaching. I was coaching.
you were coaching me. You coached me so well. And yeah, I think leverage, you have also learned to use your leverage. Because yeah, you're super chill now, John. You're just like, Lizzie's got it. She'll if she doesn't have it, she'll figure it out. So yeah, you've really chilled out.
Well, thank you. I hope that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It
Okay.
is.
I remember you saying that years ago. You're like, John, you're just a little more calm this time.
Yeah. It's very nice for me.
It's amazing you have the right people. It makes you calm.
Yes.
Wrong people make you stressed.
Yes. Exactly.
And that goes for employees and for clients.
Oh yeah, I know. I've loved like having a John client when I get to help the folks that like maybe you're helping list their house and I'm helping them buy. I love the people that you send to me because like you talk to so many different types of people too that like I get to like meet these really interesting people through you, and I don't know what I'm trying to say because I'm kind of thinking like, oh, some people are crazy. And
No, but I
bring
will
them
say,
to me.
I think we're a good team in that respect where
Yeah.
I'm more focused on the numbers and the plan and the system, the project, if you will, getting from point A to point B, getting the house sold and all that. And you're much more like, I want to know the person and what makes them tick and where do they want to go and what is the home going to feel like. And that's more your style. And you're really good at it where I'm like 4-bed, 2.5 bath,
Yeah.
2-story home, 1/4 acre, 2-car garage, check, buy the house.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, when we get to team up and
Yeah.
help like one family, it's like they're getting a full spectrum of personality,
Yes, they are.
and not just because I'm a Gemini.
Yes. I have no idea what that means at the
I
end of
know
the
you
day.
don't.
I know. It's all
Yeah.
good. Okay. Anything else, Lizzy?
I don't think so.
This has been fun.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having me, John.
Anytime. Anytime, Lizzy.
I'll be here for another 8 years.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Bye,
You
Lizzy.
too. Bye.